3 is here, boys. In today's game, we're going to talk about the Packers and Buccaneers. Probably one of the best games of the week. And yeah, bro, this game's going to be absolutely insane. But what is up, everybody? It is Jason from Jason Sports Clips. I got Nick in my video. Hold on, something's not right. Ah, there we go, bro. This is way better, trust me. This is a lot better than that red over there.
I don't know about that.
But it's all jokes and fun. If you are brand new, hit that subscribe button because it takes 2 seconds. And of course, we got a big Packer fan like me and a huge Buccaneer fan. He's not a Packer fan yet, okay? But
yeah, wow. I think you'll change that around.
I don't know.
Probably change that color and that last name in the back.
No. It's never going to be Brady. But like I said, if you are brand new, hit the subscribe button, like the video, comment down below how you feel about this game. And yeah, let's get into the preview. Alright, so this game is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Green Bay Packers in Tampa. The game is 4:30 on Sunday, which is a primetime game, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
And of course, we all know the Green Bay Packers completely suck balls in Florida. We played it against the Saints last year in Jacksonville whenever that weird, I know it was a hurricane that hit, and that's why they couldn't play in New Orleans. But of course, Packers suck in Florida. The Packers suck in California. And this is the Buccaneers' very first home game of the year, which is going to be completely sold out, and we are going to that game. So I might do a little blog, so I don't know what's going on with that yet. But, of course, as a Packer fan, I am petrified of this game. I am not looking forward to it. But how do you feel about the Packers this week?
Actually, last week, last week when they played against the Bears, they looked a lot better. A lot better. They were shaky at first.
Oh, wow, absolutely. That first quarter
I watched the whole game. I actually watched the whole game, and their first drive was like 9 plays and like 70 yards already.
Yeah, the Bears, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I seen that, I'm like, yay. But, of course, they went downhill
but after that. Yep. So, the defense stepped up for that game. The defense actually looked really good. Like, what, maybe a couple of sacks and...
Yeah, we had a few sacks. Run game was a little questionable, but, I mean, our pass game, Justin Fields only had like 70 yards.
That pick by Jair Alexander.
That was pretty good, too.
Yeah.
But then you got the Buccaneers, who played against the Saints last week, and that offense for the Buccaneers definitely did struggle for the first, 3 quarters, even with Mike Evans playing. So, looking into this game, I think the key factor for the Packers is to try to stop the run for the Buccaneers. Yeah, now, of course, we all know that the Buccaneers wide receivers like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and possibly Julio Jones and Russell Gage is on the injury report too. So all the wide receivers are going to be injured for the Buccaneers.
And also we got Cole Beasley.
That's true.
In the practice squad.
But we
might elevate him.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be elevated for sure. But the Packers' key for this game, like I said, is to stop Leonard Fournette. He did struggle a little bit against the Saints last week, but then again, that Saints defense is also really good. But then Tom Brady's been shaken up a lot lately because his O-line's been struggling. And I think as long as the Packers can stop Leonard Fournette, I think the Packers have a really good chance. At least for the defensive side for the Packers. What's one big factor for you for the Buccaneers to beat the Packers?
Okay, so for our end, for the defensive side, stop Aaron Rodgers. Cover those receivers real well, like we did last week against the Saints.
Oh, and let me say real quick, that defense for the Buccaneers is like top 5 right now in all stat categories, like points per game, sacks, I think even interceptions and all of that. So this Bucs defense looking very elite.
And we held those teams at least 1 touchdown.
And that's it.
And like few field goals. That's pretty much it. Like our defense looked really good against the Cowboys offense, which it was tied number one or whatever in scoring offenses, like last year.
Yeah.
And the Saints, we always struggled, and ever since that fight with Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore, we stepped up and Saints stepped down.
Yeah, and remember, the Buccaneers played 2 games on the road, too, in Dallas and in New Orleans
Yeah.
were two very big fan bases, and those are hard games to play in, or at least hard stadiums to play in.
It is.
Of course, we all know the Packers got smoked in Week 1 against the Vikings in Minnesota, and we dominated the Bears in Week 2 on Sunday Night Football. The Packers, like I said earlier, they really do struggle in Florida. They're not that good as a home team. I'm sorry, not that good of a road team compared to the Packers playing at home.
Mm-hmm.
And just like the Buccaneers wide receiver issues, the Packers got the same thing because as of right now, we're recording this on Friday night. So we got Sammy Watkins officially out. Christian Watson is questionable. We got Randall Cobb questionable. And Alan Lazard is playing, but still, like Sammy Watkins automatically out. And then, of course, Christian Watson, he actually might not even play because of his hamstring. So just like the Buccaneers wide receivers, the Packers wide receiver group is definitely shaky.
Yeah.
But like I said, this Packers defense, the Buccaneers defense is completely dominating on that side of the ball, forcing turnovers. Run game is doing really good. So this is going to be a really long game for the Packers offense. And I think the same thing for the Buccaneers offense. I think that the Packers defense is going to be really good. And of course, they played against the Bears last week. And that might be, not that big of a test.
That might change different,
Yeah, because the Bears offense is bad. But, yeah, how do you feel about the Packers defense and against the Buccaneers offense, at least?
Okay, so like last week against the Saints defense, we looked pretty bad against them, and they had a decent defense, and even 2 weeks ago against the Cowboys, but we looked I wouldn't say looked a little better, but almost the same against Cowboys defense, and they have a great defensive line, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of those teams have good defenses. That's the thing. So.
Yeah, and Packers' defense stepped up for the last few years, especially defensive backs, which that's always been an issue for the Packers. And so I think the main thing is we need to attack that defensive backs, like the safeties. We need to go deep. If we elevate Cole Beasley, then we need to do some trick plays, like maybe some roundabouts or anything like that. And if Russell Gage is in the game, we need to make him go in the slot receiving group and make him go up in the middle of the field and start attacking that defensive back.
I mean, that actually sounds like a good game plan that sounds like a good game plan because the Packers cornerbacks and safeties definitely can struggle, like you're seeing in the Vikings game.
Yeah.
But if the Packers can create pressure with Tom Brady, and he cannot run outside the pocket anymore. If the Packers can get to Tom Brady, I think it's going to be a long game because, like I said, like the Packers cornerbacks can struggle, but with all those wide receivers already out, I mean, the Packers cornerbacks looked really good last week, but then again, that was Justin Fields and the Bears. So I definitely can see your point on trying to, target the cornerbacks. But, I mean, we're going to see.
But he does need to get some, protection. I do agree with that because, actually, your freaking linebackers are really good.
Rashawn Gary and Preston Smith are probably the best linebackers in the league right now statistically. And our middle linebacker, Quay Walker, is our best, the best defender rookie as of right now in the whole NFL. So that's pretty damn good. That's all I gotta say.
That is pretty good.
But this is gonna be a slugfest. This is not gonna be a blowout at all.
No.
I think at least.
I
mean, I don't know. I said that last year, a couple of years ago, and the Packers got smoked like 38-10. So who knows? But I mean, of course, I got the Packers winning. He's got the Buccaneers winning.
Yeah.
But the key, like I said already earlier, is that the Packers, as long as they can stop Leonard Fournette, I think this is a very good chance for the Packers to win. Even if they struggle a little bit on the offensive side, if they can stop Leonard Fournette, they're gonna have the Buccaneers are gonna struggle a lot with the wide receiver group. Because the Packers secondary is good, at least in my opinion. So Packers game plan: stop Leonard Fournette, and the Packers have a good chance of winning.
So my game plan for our offenses, we need to build a great protection from these linebackers because they showed it at freaking Bears game.
We even showed it in the Vikings game. It's just like Kirk Cousins kept throwing the ball like that. So like,
yeah, and also in our offense, we need to attack that safeties with our deep balls.
well, if I had to give you a clue or not a hint or advice, hit Darnell Savage. I hate to say it, he's not that good anymore. Of course, I don't know. It sucks saying that. He gets smoked so much, but
well, that's what I said. I just prefer saying safety.
yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Know, and our defensive side, we need to contain Aaron Rodgers, make him stay in that pocket, build pressure against him, and also we need to stop Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon.
I was just about to say the same thing. If the Buccaneers can stop the Packers' running game with A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones, they also have a really good chance of winning too because of the Packers' wide receiver group's issues. So
we are a blitzing team. So when that happens, build pressure against Aaron Rodgers and have no room for the receivers to get open.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so and that's what we need to do against that Aaron Rodgers and the Packers offense.
Hey, no, I agree 100%. But I do think, like I said earlier, it's going to be a slugfest. I got the Packers winning. He's got the Buccaneers winning, of course. It's going to be a very good game. It's going to be very hot. It's going to be very packed. It's going to be a crazy atmosphere. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be an elite game for sure on 4:30 on Fox. So definitely don't miss that game. But of course, like I said, if you're brand new, hit that subscribe button because it takes
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Like the video, comment down below how you feel about our predictions, how you feel about the Packer and Bucs game. And yeah, man, we're out of here. Deuces.